We go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And up.
The Academy, brought to you by Nescafé.
Stick Nescafé Classic, a genuine pleasure to share with your friends. Stick Nescafé Classic. Enjoy it whenever, wherever, and however you want it. Nescafé, taste the coffee side of life.
On the last episode of The Academy, our students spent a long day learning the secrets of the best actors and actresses in the world. They first learned the differences between comedy, drama, and melodrama.
The master of tragedy, William Shakespeare, always wrote tragedies with elements of comedy in it, because it's impossible to start and finish a play with misery.
And to define their characters, beginning with how they walk and move.
And I'm on my way to see the girl. Yeah, come to one, come to one, come to one, come to one.
I never knew you could create a character through movements. I thought maybe it's just there, you just like, act and all that.
How they use props like a simple broom or a glass of water.
One thing that spells death on stage and in film is if you're dealing with props and you're aware. You have to question even sweeping. How do you feel about the broom? It's the little things that make performance real.
It was a day of learning the nuts and bolts, the language, and the secrets of the art of acting. All requirements for success at the Academy.
If you can conquer Wole Soyinka and William Shakespeare, you should be fine, okay? There's no other script that anybody can throw at you that will be worse than these two gentlemen, all right? Or harder, if you like. In other words, when you're dealing with poetry, you have to have greater powers of interpretation. And we talked last time about rhythm. Now, Shakespeare, he had a certain rhythm in which he wrote. And the stress pattern comes out to 10 syllables. Da-dum, 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 da-dum. Most of his lines were in 10 syllables. So you'll find yourself getting into the same kind of rhythmic pattern if you're not careful. So as we said last time about rhythm, whenever we find an internal rhythm in the text, we have to try and oppose it if that rhythm is going to oppose the meaning of what we're trying to bring out. But he does give a lot of embellishment. In fact, he might be saying one thing and say it in 7 lines, okay? So poetry is difficult in that way, but it's also easy because of the language. Because of the fact that the language is so condensed and so descriptive that you have mental images Number one, for the purposes of memorization, you have mental images. And number two, for the purposes of painting a picture for the audience, you have strong mental images. Much in the same way as in our own traditions, we have very descriptive language because we used to use it for storytelling. And it's got to be descriptive because there are no visual aids, if you like. So you're wondering, why is he talking so much? But remember that language communicates not only immediate and practical meaning, but also gives us an emotional response. And that is what really we're looking for the artist. I chose Romeo and Juliet because it's got to do with a universal theme that even if we had anyone there who was just 18, they would have, you know, had a crush on somebody at some point, and they would understand what quote-unquote love was about. So the subject matter would be interesting to young people because the bulk of the people that we had as students at the Academy were young, and that's the sort of thing that interests them. And so I thought that would be nice for that reason. I would like to start with difficult words. Have you marked them? And let's look them up collectively. Just read the first two sentences and break that down for us, okay?
The earth, that's nature's mother's, no. Yes.
Punctuation, punctuation.
The earth, that's nature's mother, is her tomb.
Tomb.
Okay, is her tomb. What is her burying grave? That is her womb.
Okay, good.
And from her womb, children of diverse kind, who is sucking on her natural bosom, find many for many virtues excellence.
Okay, now go back. What does that say now? Let's shift it round. Let's say nature's mother, the earth, is her tomb.
The earth, that's nature's mother, is her tomb. Still talking about the new day.
Just continue first and then you retrace your steps. You don't have to understand immediately. Keep going.
Okay. What is her burying grave? That is her womb. And from her womb, children of diverse kind.
The earth, that is nature's mother, is nature's tomb. Is that true or not?
True. The earth.
The earth is our tomb. That is where we're buried. Her burying grave, that is also her womb. So the earth, who is nature's mother, is also the womb and the tomb. So it gives birth and the dead is received in it. But of course, it's not in usual. This is what I was talking about, parentheses. So actually the subject is nature. But the way that he says is the earth, that is nature's mother, is her tomb. What is her burying grave? That is her womb. And from her womb, children of diverse kind, we, sucking on her natural bosom, find. We, as human beings, feed on nature's bosom. We feed on these diverse kinds of whatever that come from nature. All right? Many for many virtues, excellent. It's just a different construction. And what he does is he uses one word. It's actually the subject of the sentence, but what he does, he goes off completely on a tangent to describe and comes right back again. Okay? All right. There were a few barriers. For some people, it was difficult for them to get around the language. But that was only part of the exercise. Because really, when you have to deal with that and you conquer it to some lesser or greater degree, when you come back to normal, spoken, 21st century Nigerian English, well, it's a relief. So if you've been all the way over there to the 16th century and you can come back, it's a joy. Let's go to line 56, about where Romeo says, "Then plainly know my heart's dear love is set." Tell us, Boye, what does that mean?
Then plainly know my heart's dear love is set on the fair daughter of rich Capulet,
As mine on hers, so hers is set on mine, and all combined save what thou must combine by holy marriage.
At least we need two chairs outside.
Do we really need to?
He's doing provision. We are providing.
He can. As we come in,
Everybody knew that name is a lie and all that.
What happened?
And then it goes like, so long as you have the money and all.
It is the afternoon of this, the 12th day of the Academy. Following an introduction to William Shakespeare, the students have now been asked to prepare scripts of their own that they will later perform before the camera in a competition exercise.
Annoyed she's packing out of the house with a bag. I was like, please, maybe our parents annoyed her. She was like telling them our own side of the story, and they never agreed. So she now said that they hate her, that they don't like her. But we know that they loved her, but there was something missing. Maybe they misunderstood her, or she never understood the parents. So we have to like make the love come in place.
When we watch your saying, let's say, okay, we start with the scene of one of the brothers and sisters packing out and everything. And maybe one is like trying to tell her it's not that way, cool, and then there's still another person that makes she go, that kind of stuff and everything, that she deserves it and all that.
It means we're going to have more than a scene.
No, we can have it in one scene. If the parents are on one side, she's in the middle, and the husband is on the other side. When the parents talk angrily, the husband they try pull out, try convince her that it's a normal fight. People have fights. She has to be disillusioned. That means she has to be confused, trying to decide.
It's not a state of confusion.
What does it mean?
Disappointment.
Disappointment. Maybe you hold this thing so dear,
and all of a sudden it's falling apart.
It's worthless.
That we can always get the doctors, the experts. Some of them are around. We can talk to them. They will do some things, I can move.
And I want you to start treatment.
Yeah, and we can't do anything.
We have to make a deposit of.
Yeah, it's about 150. Not weekend now. The state
over half now, over 50% of the money. So, okay, let's go.
Why do I come? Because
he's going to call you on phone, so you answer.
Then what will my own response?
It's calling you.
Hey, you go tell her and say business no good. You no get money now, but you go tell her and say make you no worry. Say make you no worry, you dey come.
You see, in our monologue, because you are playing a character, that was your motivation. Okay. Now, my own motivation is to know the situation. The state of my health.
My own motivation is just to know the state of...
Come, Mary. Where are you taking all these things to?
I don't know. I'm just moving out of this house for good.
Wait now.
Mary!
Let her go.
Because I should have told you this before, because the last time we had argument, it was like I should go and clean the bedroom, and I said no, that I had to run to school.
No, don't do that. He's your elder brother.
I know, but
I'm your elder sister.
Can't I pick things in this house again?
You will. See, let peace reign in this house, okay? Don't. She's going to apologize to you, and you will accept it for my sake, okay?
Right, James.
Are you saying what? Is she saying something?
She's saying she's sorry for me. Take it. Oh yeah, hug him. Good. Yes, that's how we should be.
Group 1, Taiwo, clarity, stillness. Chukudi, too much gesture. You were telegraphing what you were feeling instead of feeling what you were feeling. Kamal, the gravity of the situation was lost in what you chose to do. Onyinye, the gesture must be appropriate, not just gesture for the sake of it. Voice and emotion. Remember, that's what I said you should start working on. I want to see your face. The story, all in all, was believable and it had good structure. But the gravity of the situation, you didn't take it to the max. We're going to revisit this tomorrow in these same groups. We're going to do them until you get them so that we believe these characters, okay? You have now created a piece that you're going to work on, all right?
No, I don't know. I'm always feeling feverish.
Sit down. This is your feverish condition every now and then. I'm tired of this sickness, so I'll take you to the hospital this time around. I've tried my best. We have to go for a general checkup now. You have to go for a checkup, please.
Checkup?
Yes, I'll take you to the hospital myself.
But we've done series of checkups.
HIV, AIDS.
My question is, have you done the test I asked you guys to do?
The last test you asked us to do, you said he had only malaria parasites. And the treatment you gave me, I did that one. I even went to, when that one didn't work, I even went to look for some herbs for him.
Group 2, Eunice, relax. You were trying to control the action. A lot of overacting and script writing. You don't have to be the one always talking. When your son is ill, you don't have to be the one controlling the proceedings. Stephen, good. Aminu, I don't know, you didn't have a role. Please, by tomorrow you should have a role. If he's thinking about HIV, he should say, Mama, I'm sorry, I hope it's not going to be something else that they will tell me in the hospital. And that is enough script writing. You need a role so that I can judge where you're at. Damilola, you did what was necessary. You did only what was necessary, which is what you need to do. So good. The story was too convoluted and unrealistic, so you must improve on the story. Give us something more.
Take it easy. Doctor.
Sorry.
Doctor.
It's okay, it's gonna be okay. Can
Please.
I just see you for some minutes?
I'm coming,
Please,
doctor.
Come.
Take it easy.
Come.
Huh? I'm coming. Okay.
Come.
Yeah. What's the problem?
My wife is in the hospital.
What's the problem?
And they just diagnosed her, and the doctor said she has a cancer of the breast.
Group 3, Memunat, good. Mark Anthony, listen and respond appropriately and realistically. You are not there to script write and control the proceedings. And improvisation is not a situation where one person is steering the ship. You should have been out of there with Bamidele in just a few minutes if you had allowed him land and you had listened and responded appropriately. Bamidele, good. Boye, good. The story was too drawn out and not crisp enough, but I like the conflict. It's not a problem in the conflict, it's in how you created it and complicated it and now tried to resolve it. I mean, it had no resolution, it was just going on and on.
Hi, baby. What's up?
I'm okay, I'm alright.
How are you?
I'm fine.
You look good.
Thank you.
Oh, my baby.
Jude, there's something I have to tell you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jude, I'm pregnant.
You are, huh?
Yes.
No, you're joking.
Good afternoon, doctor.
Oh.
I was the one that called you on phone.
Mrs. Pepe, I recognize you. How's everything?
Doctor, I need something to be done real fast.
How old is it? Just 5 months.
And 3 weeks.
You saw the lady that just went out. House was 9 months.
Group 4, Asukwo, too much exaggeration. Harriet, you're doing this fake acting. I'm pregnant. Think, if you were really pregnant, how would you tell a guy? Let's play for real. We're playing for higher stakes. Well, actually, no. Why are you smiling if you're pregnant? 5 months pregnant? How do you know you're 5 months, 3 weeks pregnant? So it's a problem in the story, not so much in you, okay? But it didn't help you. Benga, who is Mrs. Kwekbeye? That in itself, I don't want to see any foolish comedy in the midst of these serious situations. We're raising the stakes. Don't give her a funny name so people start laughing. I don't want people to laugh. I want to see how real you can be. I want to see if I can believe what... And Abiodu, I don't know what you did. I didn't have anything to grade you on because the story was going on forever and a day. Be fair to each other. This story could have been called The Trials of Sister Harriet. Don't make the thing about yourself. Give enough for everybody to do. I want to know how he felt about it too. Did he go and drink with a friend? Is he concerned? Let me see something more. It doesn't need to be all about you.
Listen, Kwame, I'm talking to you.
You're hurting me.
I'm talking to you, you're moving. Where do you think you're going?
You're hurting me.
You, this woman, listen here. You have to behave yourself and be a good... What's wrong with you?
Hey, my daughter, how are you? Hey.
It's been long.
Shut up there!
You this. You this.
Oh, my daughter.
You this
Mr.
gold digger.
What did you tell your parents?
insisted on marrying him.
No, Mr. Ogwa, Mr. Ogwa, I know you understand.
I said, my friend, shut up and listen to me.
Where's your room?
And you, woman, it is your fault.
Mama Chichi,
when I said she was too young to get married to this man, you insisted. Now this is the man.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Are you still in the same? You still use the same bedroom?
You know what? Listen, my daughter is leaving this house today.
I'm sure you understand. Honey, what did you tell them? Honey, it's not.
I want to stay. I didn't.
Look, Mr. Ogwa,
please make sure if you are going to stay in this house, then make sure you don't call us again.
She's not going to stay in this house.
Group 5, Amaka, good. Imog, very good, actually, very good, very good. Juliet, too big, not realistic. Try and be real. Within that same context, try and be real. Chris, learn when to give stage and when to give stage. Actually, as a group, you had a fantastic dynamic of giving each other stage. But you specifically, because you were talking to him more, you have to know when to let him talk and when to speak. And you too, of course, you have to allow him land. Very good story. I liked it. And it provided us with the only true moment in all the 5 sketches. Tell me, what was the moment? Yes?
Moment of, like, love.
No. The moment, the physical moment that I believed it and you all in this room must have believed it. What was the, yes?
Confusion.
Huh?
She was confused.
No. Yes.
When he turned her.
Exactly. When they confronted each other and he said, what? Come on, I'm talking to you. And he shook her. Just before he shook her, when they confronted each other, that was the only true moment that I saw in this space today. It must be compelling. It must make you want to watch. Some of you were good individually, but the whole thing should be good. And run together. Give stage to each other. Let the other person have an opportunity to shine as well. Give them a chance. Because now husband and wife had the opportunity to have their own discussion like, she's going. No, she's not. And that's another one. And then when you were going and the two were, are you going? It's so delightful. I love that story. So, but it's got to be better tomorrow. All right, I'm gone. See you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now, recharge to take your dreams even higher.
My dreams.
Yes, if you dream it, you can do it with Nestle Milo. Nestle Milo. Now, recharge with more energy-releasing B vitamins for extra nourishment, healthy growth, and mental well-being.
If I can dream it, I can do it.
Nestle Milo, the food drink of future champion.
On the next episode of The Academy,
I want to work with people who are committed to the project, who think less, first about the money, but people who are going to bring in a lot of production value into the project.
The day will begin with a surprise visit from Nigeria's legendary film director, Tunde Kalani.
Our hope is in our culture, so it's about time.
Then, the dean will watch carefully as the students continue to struggle with the words and the characters of William Shakespeare.
Okay, go and sit down and think about it. To look for a laugh or to look for tears, those are two unforgivable things.
Certainly, the lessons have been many and the students have come to understand much of what it takes to be professional actors on television. The Academy, brought to you by Nescafe.